From my perspective, the topics which are at the top of mind for most of the CMOs now are multifold. A, technology. Call it artificial intelligence, call it virtual reality, augmented reality, chatbots. The technology is one bucket, smart speakers and so on. The second bucket is about brand safety, brand suitability, transparency, and viewability, all the measures and the metrics and the credibility of those metrics. I would say that I would put it in the second bucket. The third one is essentially in terms of connecting with people on a cause or a passion level, which I feel particularly good about and strongly because at Mastercard, we have started this cause-related marketing almost 4 years back when we launched Priceless Causes. But I see that's gaining momentum across multiple organizations and a lot many more CMOs are talking about in their respective contests. The other point I would say, the bucket of topics which is really swirling there is talent. Today's marketer is a much broader person than he or she was even 5-6 years back. Today's marketer needs to understand technology, they need to understand data, they need to understand digital, they need to understand how the business makes money and show the ROIs in a credible fashion to the CEO or to the CFO. And they need to understand PR. Many companies, communications and marketing has been blended into one organization, like in the case of Mastercard. So in that kind of a scenario, when you're looking at marketing talent, you're not just expecting them to be specialized in marketing and that's it. You want somebody who understands marketing deeply, but are also good at all these other areas, like technology, for example. Many of the CMOs have bigger technology budgets than the CTOs. And that really calls for a level of understanding to be able to utilize those funds properly and to stay ahead of the game. So today's marketer is so much broader. Finding such talent is going to be a nightmare. They're not easily available. Then what do you do with your existing people who are either classical marketers or contemporary marketers, and how do you equip them for the future and chart out their career paths? I think talent is one big bucket. But I would say these are the top 4 or 5 different topics which are at the top of mind for most CMOs, and even that's the same thing for me too. When you look at one-to-one marketing, it sort of became a fad in 1990s when you talk about segment of one, individualization and personalization and so on. The fact is, if you can do it in a very authentic way, in a highly relevant way to the consumer, and personalize it in terms of addressing them and putting the context that truly is appreciated by an individual consumer, there is no reason why it will not work compared to a very broader, generic, segment-targeted communication. But my question is something different, which is, really should we be focusing on advertising the way we always focused on advertising at all? Whether it is one-to-one advertising or one-to-many advertising, consumers are telling you, I don't want your stupid ads. I want my uninterrupted experience. And you, the advertiser, is an annoyance. You are an annoyance to me as an advertiser, and you're interrupting my experience, which I don't want you to interrupt. How do we know? Like if you look at 2016 fourth quarter, there were 200 million active users of ad blocks, which has gone up by 25 million in one quarter, beginning of 2017, first quarter 2017. That is something which is clearly telling you that consumers, and these are the best for the consumers, they are digitally savvy, they are blocking you out permanently. Then you got telecommunication companies and actually device manufacturers in Asia particularly, who are preloading ad block software when they are selling the device. So as a consumer, with 2 clicks, you block the marketers from your interface altogether. So marketers are being excluded of that kind of a reach. When consumers are doing this, plus if you look at their subscriptions to, say, Netflix, nearly 100 million subscribers, 0 ad content. That's billions of hours of viewability that's gone. And from my perspective, you have to read where the puck is going, and the puck is clearly going where consumers are saying, I don't want your ads. So it's not about advertising anymore. And I would actually say, and I've said it many times, storytelling is dead. It's all about story making. Give experiences to consumers which are memorable, which are good, which are positive, or which are even maybe once in a lifetime. They then will tell the story of the brand to their circles, which are not blocking them off because they are friends, relatives, whatever the network, social network they have. They become your brand ambassadors. When you toot your horn, the credibility is at a particular level, but when somebody else is endorsing you, they are talking on your behalf, the credibility and authenticity is at a completely different level. So therefore, keeping this in mind, 4 years back, Mastercard, we moved headlong into experiential marketing. We shifted good budgets from other media into experiences, creating and curating experiences for consumers. And we had created a scalable, economical platform, actually 4 different platforms, which is working brilliantly for us.